in a deluxe apartment in the sky. They're moving on up to the east side. I finally got a piece of the pie. Mm-hmm. Happy Saturday, everybody. I had pretty good news already. I put out a short and it got damn near 3,000 views in 10 minutes. I say, what? It was awesome sauce. And now I'm already in this one for 40 seconds and nobody fucking here yet. Yo, cornbread. How are you feeling, bro? I forgot to check your channel, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I hear you. I'm here too. Got a little doobie. So I kind of want to tell you, I put it out there already in the short, but I'll check you out though. I'll check you out. Is it underneath your name though? Autistic Cornbread Part 2? Is that actually how I find you? Yes. Okay. So I was about a half hour ago sitting out here in my car, and my fucking 6-year-old's calling me in, right? So I go inside and I said, "What's going on? Why are you screaming?" She goes, "My big sister told me that when they make candy, they have adults piss in the candy, and then they make the candy out of pee, and then they make kids eat it, and then they tell them you ate pee." And I was like, "No, no." And she was like, "Yeah, my sister just watched it on TV and told me." No, sorry. They don't make piss candy, kid. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what she was watching. Maybe it was lemonade and she got confused. I don't know. But I doubt, seriously, they're using piss in candy. So that was a half-hour controversy in my house, bro. Can you believe that? I'm glad that you're here, man. Saturday's a good day. I hope you're feeling good, Corn. I'm feeling great. I a lot of fucking energy today, man. That's why I wanted to hop on for a little bit. I got that first video today out, and it hit like fucking 2.6 thousand people in like 10 fucking seconds, dude. It was great. Good, dude. Where you at? I forget, dude. Wait, I think you told me where you're at, and now I can't remember. Everybody tell me where you're from, so I know who I'm talking to, and I could say, "Hi, Florida." Okay, I didn't... The last guy, I didn't want to say Florida because I thought he'd get mad at me. South Florida. Oh, that's right, I talked to you about being out in Tampa and everything. Hi, everybody, come on in, the water's fine. So my first joke of today was, my wife and I were talking about animal chests and who has the biggest chest in the nature. And I go, "It has to be the zebra." Zebra. Tom, what's up, Adolfo Jackson? What's up, my man? Yo, everybody's in. Come on in. I hope you guys can feel my positive energy flowing through the internet, because I'm super fucking stoked. I was going to have my sister Monica on today, Tom. I was talking about her the other day. I asked if she wanted to get on. She was like, "Yeah," and then she fucking didn't get on. So, how's the baby, Tom? You see this here, people? If you're not new to this, if you're new to this, this is how we talk. We all know each other in here, and I would like you to join, because we try to, we're goofy and we're crazy, but we care. You know what I mean? We actually look for happiness in this world, because we all want to be happy. Nobody else. Let's see. Years ago, there was a biscuit flying in the sky. Oh, the biscuit. How high are you? But everybody needs the positive mental attitude of the Franker. That's me. I'm your best friend ever, guys. Don't ever forget it. Yeah, Rodolfo, Monica almost came on. She's so Polish, it pisses me off. Tom, you know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, we just, dude, 2,500 views in like 10 minutes, man. That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy, bro. I couldn't believe it. I haven't had one like that. The best video, the best short I ever put out is the dentist joke I told. And it had fucking 7,500 views in like an hour. I was like, holy shit. And this is when I first started doing this. So this is like one of my first videos, bro. It was like, I never got back up to that. Now, granted, I talk about all types of stupid shit, like the Phillies, or Eagles, or, just talks in general, like what's going on with that day. You know, and I see, Autistic Cornbread, you got it. You see how you two now are your best friends too? It's that easy, bro. And then you share, and you tell people to come in, guys, come in. This dude Frank, he's fucked up. He's fucked up, but it's all right. There's good people in there to talk to anyway. Yeah, so today the kids and I are here in the family. Yeah, love you, Cornbread. Everybody's safe and sound. The wife is at work, little drizzly, but nothing to hold us back. I got to cut some grass this week, but other than that, I feel fucking good, man. I'm feeling good. This has been a good time. I really enjoy spending time with you guys because I wanna work on that Helios character. Hi, K-Pro. Yo, if you guys can, like, share, and subscribe, comment, let me know what's going on. If you like to watch my jokes and my shorts, I got a few characters that I do, like Helios. I'm K-. I live the dream, bro. You just walked into the room where you got the happiest man in the universe. Thank you, Cornbread. And I just want you to feel that energy. And I hope it'll put a smile on your face. And so you can kick shit out today. Bop, boop, bop, bop, bop. I don't know what you do. I don't know what's going on. But I got some energy. And I'm ready to... Helios. Hey, everybody. I got Carl and Forrest Gump and Napoleon Dynamite. Oh, shit. That's quite the gang. There's the Carlton. So, bro, my Helios character, I just got to keep coming up with who can see things going on. What? Poop. Give me 1 second, gentlemen. Yo, I gotta show you guys this shit. So I just had to kill a spider for my kids. Last night, this hornet got into my house, and I hit it 55 fucking times. Look who's alive. Do you see that fucking thing? Look how big he is, dude. Is that a murder hornet? What the fuck was that? Should I just let it out, or should I fucking try to kill the thing? That's crazy, bro. My kids called me in because there was a spider, and that was creepy looking too. That scared me. I opened up that thing, and that wasp was still moving. When I tell you I hit that thing with a shoe 15 times last night, I'm not joking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking maybe I just don't touch it. It looks pretty dehydrated and fucked up in the trash can, so I figure if I leave it there, it'll probably die. But that bitch was 2 inches long. As sure as the crow flies. You ever hear anybody say that? As sure as the crow flies. I'm sorry, I try not to swear, but I'm a sailor. When you're on a boat for 2-3 years, you typically blah 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 blah. Well, that's all right. Makes a man out of you. Actually, it makes you look a lot less classy. So, and plus I have 3 little girls, and I don't like to swear in front of them too. Yeah, well, you know, I used to tell everybody how I liked Will Smith before he smacked the shit out of Chris Rock, sorry. And the reason why I liked Will Smith is he had good songs, and it wasn't like in your face kind of like rough attitude like NWA was at the time, and like it just seemed like there's a lot more aggressiveness in our culture. And Will Smith, like that song Summertime, bro, like that's classic. That is classic Summertime. It's the greatest, it's one of the best summertime songs ever written. Every time I hear it, it just puts me right back to like 1992, bro, and I'm chilling. I'm loving it. It is all good. Yup. Yup. Yeah, I don't like them now. That's what juice does to you, bro. That's what juice does to you, bro. That's why, yo, don't get it wrong. When I was in high school, 97, 98, 99, if I wanted to, I could have taken a ton of steroids, been 255 pounds, and played at some huge university if I really, really, really wanted to. I didn't want to be a juice box because all the dudes that I watched doing it, they've been like getting fatter and fatter and fatter. K-Dash, have a good one, man. No worries, Tom. How's the baby? I want to know how you're doing, brother. Yeah, and why do that? You should. It's so many bad things. Thank you. Bye, K-Dash. I'll see you later, bro. So many bad things can happen. And I just thought, also, in which I had bad enough acne when I was growing up, bro. And I watched dudes on my team take it. And, you know, they played ahead of me. I never said nothing. I never ratted anybody out. But it was definitely depressing for me because I played football literally since I was 5 years old. And now these dudes who have only been playing football for 2 or 3 years are juice boxes, and they're starting over me all of a sudden. Ozempic, I've heard about that. Is that, do you have diabetes, Tom? Oh, shit. My dad takes it. Oh, my army's always on the move. These crazy people. I took my kids to see what's that? Minecraft. Oh my god, dude! Like fucking Jack Black and I think his name's Chris Momoa, and then they had the one dude who cracks me up. He's got a real weird voice, and he's in that vampire show. Alas, he kind of talks like this. His name's Mekama. Like, I can't do it, but he's in the movie, man. My kids started dying when they started hearing him. But yeah, we actually went to a movie theater. Bro, listen to this, dude. No, I didn't. When did that happen? Yeah, well, that's what happened with my dad, Tom. That's why I was asking if it had something to do with like diabetes, because I don't know if it like breaks that sugar barrier down. Because what happened, like my dad, he's not like per se fat where you can grab like whole. What it is his belly is just so big and solid. It's like a fucking round muscle, and that's like he can't get through that to get to the fat underneath of it, and that's what the Ozempic's been doing for him. He's lost probably like 25 pounds, but he's a huge man. My dad's 430 pounds. Well, now he's probably down all the way to about 350, maybe even 320, but he was like 450. Now for a diabetic, and they found out that it was yeah, yep. He lost when he was like 450 pounds. That was right before he got on diabetes, and the problem is this my fucking dad would go out and buy a 30-pack of Jenny Light, this horrible beer. He would sit down and drink all 30. And it wasn't like a Budweiser where you're getting all jacked. It was like a light. Yeah. Yeah, I did too, man. Boozing, I'll tell you, the things that I couldn't never quit. Tobacco, just, I can't. And then pot. And I like to drink. Like, I don't drink all the time, but I enjoy beer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to pick up like a fucking craft beer and just like, I love the flavor. And don't get me started on drinks, Tom. I'll be drinking vodka. I can't do whiskey, right? This is a great story. You guys will love this. So I was at the bar with my wife and her two friends. They're a married couple too. So me and the husband are sitting at the bar, and he ordered whiskey. I ordered a rum. Well, they gave us both whiskeys, right? So I took a sip and I was like, oh, I can't drink this. This is whiskey. Ah. I put it down, right? And I'd be talking, and I'd pick it back up and start drinking. Oh my God, this is whiskey. I must have done that like 4 or 5 times in a row, forgetting that the drink was whiskey. I was just so fucking drunk, I couldn't take it. But no, whiskey, whew, that does a number to me. My favorite was tequila. When I was really drinking, I fucking loved tequila. Nah, he don't drink. My dad straight stopped drinking. Yep. Nope. Yeah, he had to stop drinking. I mean, I pretend like I don't see him drink sometimes. Like, I won't bust his balls if he has a couple of beers, you know? But, like, if I see him drunk or something, I'll be like, yo, you fucked up. You're coming home. Like, he's my kid now, you know what I mean? Like, nah, Dad, you fucked up. Come on, get in the car. Because they gave him a DUI, dude. When my dad was 68, 7 years ago, they gave him a fucking DUI, and the whole ride was literally a half mile down the road. All he had to do was back into the street, drive a quarter of a mile, and make a left right into his driveway. And one of the cops said that he pulled out too close in front of him. I said, did he have to jam his brakes? No. Well, then if you didn't have to fucking jam his brakes, why is that too close? It's just so people can get DUIs, dude. It's the biggest fucking ripoff in New Jersey. $25,000 a DUI. $25,000 a DUI will cost you here. That's why it's insane. You can't drink. You can't drink unless you Uber. Like, it's the biggest moneymaker New Jersey has, man. Believe me. That's why our schools will always have money. That's why our roads will always be fixed. I'm serious, Pittman. Where I live, this little town is 2 by 2 miles, right? They probably catch 10 to 15 people a week DUI here. That's not a joke. It's not a joke. And each one of those people is anywhere to $10,000 to $25,000 in fines. And that's not even including what you pay in insurance. That's the shitter. So yeah, man, did anybody do anything good for Easter? This Easter was kind of fucked up for, yeah, well, Tom, I'm going to tell you, dude, there's nothing you can do with them. Even if you take their license from them, they still do it. They still do it. It's an addiction. It is an addiction. And not only that, but people think that's like, oh, I live in America. I deserve to drive a car. No, you don't, motherfucker. You have to get licensed to drive. You're not owed a fucking driver's license. You have to earn it. Like, and these dudes, they'll flip a car, fucking hurt 3 or 4 people. Hopefully nobody dies. They go to jail for 18 months. They come out and their whole lives changed, man. You got that decision at, like, 18, 19 years old. Now, am I going to be a fuckface and keep doing fuckfacery? Or am I going to, have somebody drive me to work every day where I can make a half-decent paycheck and start paying everything off? And that's what happened to quite a few of my friends. Now, luckily, like I said, when my dad got his DUI, he was already in his mid-60s, so he just paid everything. But it was a shame, because I think the legal limit here is like 08, and he blew like fucking 09 or 1. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like he was way, way, way out of fucking... And it was right down the street, dude. They could have let him walk his ass home and towed his car. Like, I don't know. I often disagree with police. I don't like authority. I don't know if you guys noticed that about me. But I fucking hate authority. I always have. I've always been rambunctious. I always driven my teachers crazy growing up. Every time I see my teacher now as an adult, I fucking apologize to him. Problem with America is that the country isn't big. It's fucking huge. That's right. To get anywhere at a reasonable time, you have to have a car, and it's hard to find sidewalks in the States. You're exactly right, bro. And see, that's what they thought about the East Coast. Like, oh, well, we'll just make all these railroads and this and that, and everybody, and buses and that. But it turned out to be a bigger pain in the ass than what it was worth. Like, the only way to live in the major city like that, to me, is by moped. Everybody has to drive a moped. That's the only way you can get around the city like New York. And then there's only streets like for trucks, so when people move in and out or whatever. Like, these old cities are nightmares, man, in America. And, like, I thought Joe Biden was getting, like, all this fucking, what do you call it, infrastructure fixed. And I thought that was great, but I don't know if they're still going to do it. Because I don't know if Trump has the power to cancel all that shit. And let me get this straight. I don't hate Trump. I pray for Trump every day. I truly do. But I don't know if he has the people's thoughts in his mind, And I pray all the time, Dark Slayer. I promise. Yo. I'm your best friend, Frank. How you doing, brother? We're getting mildly deep in something right now, so don't feel weirded out. But I don't usually talk about politics. But like when he became the president, I said, man, uh, my buddy called me up. He's like, "Oh man, you fucking libtard, you lost." I'm like, number one, I'm an independent. And I could tell you how I felt about the election, but where's that going to get me? Here in Europe, there's plenty of sidewalks and you know. Yeah, but my point is, so seems missing. Really? That's all that Poland? I thought Poland was much bigger than that. So you got walkways everywhere. Like, see, you're right. Right down the street, I don't have a walkway. You know what I mean? They're just not common here. You know what's common in the United States? Off ramps. Like that's like get on 295, get off at 56A. That's how we tell each other how to get places. You could go 500 miles on that two pieces of direction. I'm living the dream, Sarth. Everything's good here. But like I say, I pray for Trump every day. I hope he does the right things. I don't know if he's going to. I hope to God he does. All my friends who are Trumpers, they say he's going to do good, Frank. Just believe in him. He's going to do good. So I'm going to listen to him and try it. Try it. I'm going to try it. You know, and I'm going to be positive about it because I don't want to root against America. You know what I mean? Like, I don't I don't want to be like, come on, Russia, catch up to America. Or I don't want to be like, I want to move to Finland or Canada because they're better countries. This is my country. That's my job to make this country good. That's what my family's done since 1881 when we came over here. Never owned a slave. We were put directly into the Civil War. My great 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 grandfather's brother was killed in Gettysburg at the Irish Charge, and that Irish Charge was the only thing that saved Gettysburg. And his name was Harold Lally, and his grave is right there. So it's people like us. You did, Rudolfo. You sassy little bastard. Uh-oh. Oh, no. All right, brother. Who you rooting for so I can say it? I don't want to say Barcelona and then Tom kicked me in the balls because I picked the wrong team. Barcelona since 97. Go get them, Tom. Love you, brother. See, good times, man. Only have good times with you. And like I say, I don't worry about making $1 million. I'm not trying to make this thing a fucking huge fucking episode where people come in here and start fucking trying to blah 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 everything. I really really like to talk, and I like to talk with people who are kind of calm. You know, they're not just like right when they hear something, you know. I guess the word I'm looking for is psycho? No, intense. Intense people. I can't take too much intensity because I'm intense. And that's no good. Intense, they go like this, two intense people. And they just keep grinding until finally somebody, you know, smashes a beer bottle or gets kicked squat in the newts. Here's a story I got for you, right? So, I tell the Indian guy at my local convenience store, great guy, great dude. I said, give me a pink lighter, and he looks at me. He goes, you gonna buy pink, man? He's like, are you one of yeah? No. I'm such a man, I can carry a pink lighter. But what kind of man would steal a pink lighter from another man? He was like, whoa. Where's Slayer at? Slayer's my new guy. So, yeah, I wrote Harry Powers. I gotta get that one going too. There's 2 major projects I gotta get. I gotta get a part in my basement where I can hang a green screen. Because if I can have a green screen, you guys, I will fucking make you piss your pants. I swear to God, it'll be so fun. See you later, Dark Slayer. And I just can't wait for that day. And I'm trying to buy a computer. Now, I did buy a house 2 years ago. I have eight windows to replace. 8. And I have about 30-40 yards of fence. It's gonna be a rough summer, bro. It's gonna be a lot of work. And I just I hate it. I got all this garden back here, bro. I don't even know what half of this shit is out here. I probably got poisons growing in my backyard. The lady who lived here before me was like, all these plants are awesome. Like the one plant is the milkweed, because that's New Jersey's famous for butterflies. Milkweed is where they live, or what they eat. And I never knew that. So the first year we stayed here, dude, we had fucking 1,000 butterflies flying out of this place. It was really crazy, man. Last year, not so much. I don't know if it was a weather change or because the milkweed was there. I don't know what happened. I really don't. Now, that was a good time, man. I never really seen that, like, watching the larval stage. If you look back in some of my videos, I have pictures and little videos of, like, newborn butterflies and shit like that, so. And then I had Lou Bird, too. This fucking little catbird used to fly up on me, dude, and squawk with me. Yeah, so I just wanted to hop on and say what's up. I'm really happy with today, yo. Like, seriously, you all came on. Every single one of my favorite people was on today, plus a couple more. I think that's real successful. I think that's real successful. And if you guys, like I say, I have these characters. If you come up with something funny or something, hit me up. Hit me up. I'll collaborate with you. I'm always trying to have some fun. You know, I can have more than one person on a live feed, so it's more than just me. I was thinking about doing it with my buddy Carlos and my buddy Pete, because Pete's from New England, and he sounds like Quagmire, and my buddy Carlos, who lives in Texas, looks like Quagmire, but he sounds like he's from Texas. So it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. But yeah, man, I don't know how to grow. I don't know what to do. So if you guys have any good ideas or anything, like I said, just let me know. Whoa, that was quick. What happened? What happened? Did you slip? Did you go scuba diving? Was you stuck in the toilet? You can tell me. You can tell me if you were stuck in a toilet. It's happened to me once. You accidentally fall backwards. You hit the flusher. It just sucks your hole and everything right out of it. I've been there. You don't have to lie. I was going to get off, but now I'm feeling silly again. Bro, I miss college, man. you know how much of a pain in the ass I was in college? And it wasn't really like I meant to be. It's just like one day they asked this question. There's 6 revolvers, right? And 1 bullet and 6 revolvers. Would you risk for $1 million a game of Russian roulette? I was the only one who said yes. They go, why? I said, you have 6 guns, right? Right. So there's a 5 out of 6 chance that I'm not going to pick the gun with a bullet in it, right? Well, yeah. And then, if I do pick the gun with the bullet, I'd have to smack it, let it go around, and it would have to fall into the chamber. And then that would hit me. I said, the odds of that happening are like fucking 1 in a million. You wouldn't, it would be higher odds of getting hit by lightning, almost, or being bit by a shark. You know what I mean? Like, 6 guns, 1 round, and 6 guns, 6 shooters. 36, 1 out of 36 has a bullet. I thought it was great. The teacher actually agreed with me. But then later on, she did not agree with me. I told her about the half-shaven rooster monkey. I don't know if you guys heard that story. I don't feel like getting into it now. But essentially, I told a joke. I made up a joke, and like, what do you expect? We're coming up with our own product. They want us to come up with a product, you know, and then we have to talk about this product and really sell it. So I came up with this whole fucking thing, and halfway through it, I could see everybody's face just about ready to quit. And I was like, listen, I know you're all ready to quit, but I promise you in about 10 seconds, your minds are going to be blown. So I threw out the punchline, and everybody started laughing. It was like, oh my God! And I got my grade, and the teacher wrote C and wrote next to it, you told a joke. Wait a second. Number one, I didn't just tell a joke. I made a joke up. That deserves a B, maybe low A, but definitely a B, because it was my work. Well, guess what? The next very project was, we had to write an argumentative paper about something. And do you know what I wrote my argumentative paper on? Why I should have got a better grade on a half-shaven rooster monkey. That was the half-shaven rooster monkey story, but I didn't tell it because I've told it before. It's long, but it is funny. But yeah, man, miss a lot of friends, dude. I have a buddy named Pat. As soon as that guy and I get together, dude, we're fucking non-stop jibba-jabba. I don't know, man. I feel positive enough to do this alone. But, like, I feel like maybe it's not enough with just me here. So would it be better for me to have another person? But then I feel like I don't work well with other people because we always step on each other, I feel like. Or, like, I'll get jealous because, you know, my sister will get more attention or something. And, you know, it's my fucking show. I don't want her getting all my fucking attention, bitch. Besides, she's some TikTok chick. She's got all types of, she's telling me she's going to make all types of money on TikTok. I said, isn't that going? That's what I'm thinking, Dark. And like I said, if I can find 5 or 6 people who can legitimately help me put together like 5 or 6 characters, then I could do like a special or a show or something like that in here where I'd actually go in depth and, you know, cut up and put everything together, you know, cut out the bad parts. But blend the sound, do all that. I know how to do all that. It'll take me forever, but I can do it. And I wanted to create something real big, and I know it's old, but I would love to do either a Star Wars or a Superman story. But really Superman, because I always felt like they don't understand what Superman would actually do to people. Do you know how fast Superman would become God? Seriously, do you know how fast people would start praying to Superman if he was a real fucking person? I'll play it. Can I get it in here? No, that's not it. I'll fuck around with this. I'll fuck around with this and I'll figure out how to get it on here. I don't know. This car. Here's my car. My house ain't so great. Costs a lot of money. Was not really great. You know what really grinds my gears about my house? One bathroom, bro. 4 girls and me. One bathroom. No, I don't have a computer yet. That's why I said I'm not ready 100%. I like essentially what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to see if it's even worth doing something to put future into, like buying a computer, setting up stuff so I can record in a regular place. Like, I mean, not for nothing, if I'm only having 10, 15 people coming in, you know, why should I invest so much money? But, you know, if a couple hundred people are coming to talk, yeah, absolutely, I'll fucking buy a computer. And like I said, even that, I'll fucking, yeah, that's what I said. Motherfucker, I ain't from Russia, so I ain't Russian. I just take my day. And plus, don't forget, dude, I'm a daddy. You know what I mean? Like, one thing about me, I'll give you some personal talk. You guys can get to know Frank some. When I was a kid, I got the shit kicked out of me constantly. Whether it was my mom or dad, or my 3 older sisters, or my brother. They would kick the shit out of me non-fucking-stop growing up, right? And that made me mad. Like, I always wished I had a little brother so I could be like, now I'm gonna kick your ass. You know what I mean? But it's going, no. You'll see what I'm saying. So, like, in me, the violence stopped because I didn't have anybody to direct it to, number one. And number two, I didn't want to hurt people. You know, I don't get why people especially who were abused, why they abuse people. You should be breaking cycles, and that's what I'm really trying to do with my life. Like, my kids don't know anything about the type of life I was raised in. You know what I mean? After my parents split when I was 10 years old, guys, I'm not lying, I was on my own. I mean, my mom would let me stay at her house, but I had to buy my own food, I had to do my own laundry, I had to buy my own school supplies, I had to buy my own contacts, glasses, sign up for sports. She didn't help me with none of that shit. And my dad was so angry all the time because they got divorced. He always just fucking was a curmudgeon for quite some time. And It's, and the worst thing is he was one of those dudes who's like, no, you don't share your feelings. You keep them inside. I said, that ain't right. You're gonna blow up. What's gonna happen is you're gonna go get a gun because he was a Marine. And you're gonna go get a gun and you're gonna go into my family house and kill my mother and her lover and then probably yourself, so I don't have a family. And he was like, okay. So I got to go talk to people. That's how I got my dad to talk to people. Because he really was raised to not let anybody know his feelings. Because men's feelings don't matter. Even I feel quite that way sometimes. It doesn't matter if he's been through the military or not. It's a generational thing. You don't show weakness. You know what I mean? You don't show weakness. You don't show cowardice. If somebody hits you, you hit them right back. That's the life they lived, And like my dad said, he knew every day he was going to get in a fight when he lived in Philadelphia. He didn't know who with, but he knew every day he was going to get in a fight because he was Polish. And there was the Russians, and there was the Italians, and there was the blacks, and the Hispanics, and all these different groups all in the same town. And every day he got his ass kicked or he won. He said he got his ass kicked a lot more than he won, but the ones he won, they remembered he won. And that's the point, Smooth. We gotta break that shit, bro. Like, do you know the worst thing I ever did to my kid? I grabbed her by the shirt like this, right? Because I got really frustrated because my wife was yelling. Dude, after I let go of her, I cried for an hour. Because at that exact moment, I realized I was my father laying my hands on me. And I could still feel that fear. And I could see it in my kid's eye. Like it took... People don't become daddies immediately. Something has to change. And it's hard. But once you get an actual change, like the daughter that I had, her and I have the best relationship. Truthfully. Hand to God. She is the only one who will go out with me. She's the only one. She won't let nobody else take her out. It's only me or mommy. She's got autism. So, it's just hard. It's hard. But God doesn't give you anything you can't handle. It'll push your ass straight to that almost breaking point for sure a couple times. But when you see your kid born, that shit's life changing. My oldest, I was the first thing my daughter saw in life. I was the very first thing she saw. And that fucking blew me away, dude. Like, she was wide-eyed looking right at me. And I was like, whoa. And she knew who I was because I talked to, mommy's belly all the time. And they put her on my wife. And even then, she was just staring up at me and cooing. And it was awesome, dude. It was awesome. It's awesome having kids. And I hope all of you do it. Because you're good people. If you're not out there making victims of people, you should be having babies. Because that's the only way good will ever win, is by raising children to be happy. Yep. Thank you, man. Thank you, Smooth. It's important to me because that's really what I'm trying to say. It's really important for me to let you guys know that somebody out there is trying as hard as they can to be a better person. And I'm not being better by taking people down. I'm not being better by talking shit. I'm being better by exposing my truths and how it affected me as a person, and now how I can relate new thoughts and feelings into relationships that may have been previously bad. I mean, it's hard for me to talk to my mother. Like I said, she let me run around the town like a vandal for 7 years. She told me I wasn't going to graduate high school. You know what I mean? Like, she said that. And I did. But that was me proving them wrong. That's right. And if you don't learn from your mistakes, then what's the point? You know? If you're just going to keep making the same mistakes over and over, stop apologizing. Don't apologize. Because you mean to do it after a while, you know? And that's what hurts. You know, I see people like neglecting kids. There's no fucking excuse for that, man. None. If you don't want your kids, people will fucking adopt them at the drop of a hat, dude. Because there are a lot of good people out there and they can't have babies. And I know some people are bad and some adoption people are going to hurt kids, and you know, that stuff may happen, but if they don't have a place to go to begin with, do you think they're going to have a happy, healthy life growing up in an orphanage? Or is it better to have a chance to live in a house that at least on the outside looks happy and healthy? It may not be on the inside, and it might take some time to figure it out, but you know, if you want to protect your kids, if you want babies to be born, and you want your kids protected, these are the things you gotta do, man. You know? We all gotta be on the same page. We all gotta work together. It's not a joke. That's exactly right, bro. That's exactly right. And you're not only fixing yourself, you're fixing your family. So that way they don't get those same fucking angst ideas or crazy fucking fits of rage or anger. Bro, when I was like 15, 16, I really was a crazy person. Like, I was a crazy person. Like, I would just walk into people's houses and grab food and beer and just walk out. Like, I didn't care. I didn't have food. I didn't have money. I didn't have parents. You know, like, we used to go to Wawa every day, and I'd steal my lunch every single day. It worked for about 6 months. I'd eat a free large hoagie every single day. But I knew that was wrong. I knew it was wrong, but what am I supposed to do? Go hungry? Fucking 15. So, a lot of hard feelings when I was a teenager, man. Didn't have enough time, I thought, to play sports. Didn't have enough time to study. I was always out trying to figure something out. Where the next place I could stay, how long could I stay for, you know? And if I had to go home, it was like, fuck. Is the door going to be open? Is anybody even going to be there? Who knows? That's why I want my kids, like when we moved into our house, I said to them, this is your house. This is your house. You're never not allowed here. Ever. Every day of the rest of your life, you are allowed in my house. Because I won't do what my mother did to me. you know. And I'm sorry it's getting off, but I'm going to tell you another truth about me real quick. I'm a disabled veteran, and I no longer have a psychiatrist to talk to, you know. And it's been like 2 months, and you can see how I'm trying to cleanse myself. Well, what could I do, man? There's only two things. I knew a guy named Viviano. And Viviano was a great dude. I wish he was the dude when I was in the down spot of my life that I wished I could be. And he joined some cult, and the motherfucker went back out to his property one day and shot himself in his head. He had everything, dude. He had money. He had good family. He had a good girlfriend. It's just he couldn't take it. Everything paid. Nothing. Nah. No. They said that I've been seeing him for too long. She gave me her personal number in case I have a breakdown. So, we'll see. I don't plan on calling her ever. I don't even know, to be honest with you, I don't even know if she's part of the military anymore. I don't know what's going on over there. I only have one doctor now. It's scary. I can't trust the VA, man. I went to the VA all my fucking life. It's really weird. So now I have to go to fucking these new doctors, get to show them all my gross body parts. It's not bad enough I already showed all my grossness to one doctor. Now I gotta go show it to another one. And God forbid it's like a 27-year-old lady. That's not gonna be a comfortable conversation. So, you know how you get zits on your balls? No, I don't. No, I don't. Never mind. No, they can't. Nope. My time has spent. My time has been spent. The military said, we have no more time for you. Well, it's what it is, guys. You know, it's what it is. You know, the easiest things to attack are people who are going to get pensions. And people who get pensions, especially, are those in the VA medical field, because they don't want to let go of a good doctor, because all their doctors are in-trained. They have to go out and buy specialists to come in to do certain surgeries. So when they can get one of those guys to sign on, that's like they're pimps. Now they can do some real work at the. They're not getting them no more now. They're not getting the specialist doctors. What they're doing is they're saying to the veteran, you have to, if you're not 45 minutes, or if you're 45 minutes or more from Philadelphia, you have to go somewhere else, meaning a hospital or what. The military will pay for it, but none of it's done by the military. And I'm sure you know how military loves to pay bills from doctors. So all it is a back and forth for years, and I'm the one stuck in the middle with the debt. So that it's cute. It's a cute trick, you know, but there's certain things you just can't get rid of in this country. One of them's Social Security. The other one is you can't get rid of disabled veterans. If you're going to get rid of the disabled veterans like myself, just fucking bury a 25-foot ditch and shoot us all in the back of the head so we can just get on with it. Nice. Yeah, it's been a good day though, man. I had to get out there and sharpen a blade on the chainsaw. The old man's plastics chainsaw that he cuts real trees down with, you know. But see, not for nothing, I feel a lot better. I don't know how you guys feel about hearing some of the things I had to say today, but I feel better. You know, like I feel better, and what I want you guys to take out of everything is that the more I go, the more positive I'm getting. You know what I mean? Like the further I go, the better I feel, and the further I go, the better off I am. So remember, if they're trying to make you jump through jumps, they're trying to torture you so you don't get something you deserve, fuck them. Go get it. I use this stick on a rag on a stick. Oh my God, I love it. Well, I love you guys and ladies. I don't know if there's any ladies in here, probably not, but I love you too. I'm gonna hop off. And like I said, give me some comments if you think of anything funny that Helios can see and I can make an easy skit out of it. Let me know and I'll pop it up there and get you going. All right, Rodolfo, Smooth. Who else is in here? Is Tom? No, I think he left. All right, well, I love you guys. I'll see you.